Hey, NASDAQ, where you get the best dope on the markets. I am Alan Palmer, an ex-floor trader, okay, and technical analyst here. And so we look at charts here. We're going to go through these charts right here. These are what were sent out. As a matter of fact, these are yesterday's charts sent out to clients, okay, 821. Okay, we're going to start with this corn here at the end here, and I'm going to get into here. There's a T note in here, feeder cattle, crude, copper, bean oil, cattle break. Okay, cattle break. Okay, we're getting a big cattle break here. We came back and Trump put 50% tariffs on Canada. Okay, they're messing with the boss. Okay, you're fired. Okay, so here's corn here. Corn was up another 1% here, another nickel here. We had a USDA report and we came out here. I just want to point this out. This is a big range here. This is Dees corn. Okay, something's up here. If you're looking here, a dime break right here. Okay, this is an apex. I think you buy this break here now. Okay, we just blew through everything here. We are clearing up, making highs since 2023. Okay, they're right here. Okay, as a matter of fact, here's the beginning of 23. But that's where we're at right now. Let's move on to the next chart here. In the last fill time, I had a guy that waited. This is a grain order, 119 and 59 seconds here. So if you need a broker, I'll give you a place. We come in. It's all regulated. And, we'll put open orders in at certain locations. This is bean oil. Look at this thing. Okay, you had an olive up here. Okay, it's an old olive. It's a bigger olive. Okay, because this is the beginning of July. I think this is a big one here. 71.63. And then look at what this one low is here. 68.87. 68.87. Jeepers, And, so that is bean oil. That's a big market here. Man, I think we're looking to sell this. If you ever make all-time highs, that'd be one thing here. This is Dees gold. Does that kind of look like corn here? All of a sudden, we broke out in gold. We got over this powder blue. Okay, we got right here. Sell it. New highs and then reverse outside down. You get over that, and then here's where you can buy it. Okay, right here against this high, or right back at one of my big numbers. Okay, let's go to the next chart here. A lot of stuff has happened this week here. This is heating oil. Check this out. Now listen here. These months, this is November heating oil. Okay, so we got a little time here. It's still the end of August. These go off a month before they're called November, so they'd go off in October. Anyway, this is an olive cell here. Orange cell, okay, here we come up here. Here, it's the high for a day, and you just close it here. Now all of a sudden, and oh, look at this. Was that a 7? No. But you're running a couple, you're holding the highs right here. Look at this. Somebody just sits there. Anyway, this possibly can break down to a green. As a matter of fact, I think it's right down there. It's off the chart right now. Here you can see we're running the diamonds here. What is this? This on a daily? And then this is the Dees here. I don't know, man. This is concerning here. These are beans here. This is small off of July here. These are sell levels here. Actually, I just told you about olive down to the green. This is in really tiny action, okay? So if you're a swing trader here, this was about 20 cents, okay? $1,000 a one lot. Here, this is the March here, 522.5. You got something else here. You can't be short corn. And if you're a farmer, put something 50 cents higher. Close your eyes, put it, and don't cancel it when it gets close. This is my grain page. Okay, here, I'll just go through here. No beans here. This is the corn here. And this is crude oil. Upper left-hand corner here. This is the area here, 88.07. This is ACK crude. Right here, the 79.10 level up in the top right. That's an olive cell. We're looking for the numbers here. Here you can see this trend line here. It's the high, and then you blast through it, after waiting hours. And here you came back down. Look at this. You just stop everybody out. Silver's a wild animal. Here's another shot of gold. This is the NASDAQ here. That's a little intraday. This is the S&Ps. That might be a daily. No, it's probably an intraday here. Let's go to the next chart here. This is copper, just to give you a little look. Copper did go up earlier this month, made an all-time high. And then all of a sudden here, on the way back up, take a shot if you're looking with new high stops. That's copper. This is crude oil. Okay, this is another shot of crude oil here. Here, this is the green down here, 83.20, call it, 88.07. Well, here, this is how wild this is, okay? You did already come up here. Over here, it's like corn at $4.95. You just can't sell it. If anything, I'm not saying flip. This up here is something, okay? This is crude oil, okay? Just remember, drill, baby, drill. You know, it's around the corner here. Get ready for some stuff here. I have a feeling you're not going to believe what's going to be happening here. This is Ock feeder cattle here. Ock feeder cattle have come down here. These are some levels right here. As a matter of fact, we might even have closed higher. We kind of can't remember that here. These are charts are earlier in the day here. Longer term charts in cattle. Here's a couple shorter term. Look at this, right when this is here. Okay, this level has been here. Trend lines are trend lines, okay? They're always there, you know, especially if they're important. Here you can see a hashed one. Here you can see a green level here, okay? And then here down below, buck lower, you got a downward sloper here. Looks like it kind of caught a bounce here, okay? People want to buy cattle on breaks. Let's go over here. Here's the Dees cattle here. You can see that's highlighted here. That was the last month's high. This was the day before that. Now you're coming up into resistance. Day before that, you took a peek out of here, okay, and you went outside down. Kind of like a key reversal. It's not a key reversal. And then this is the Feb contract. Let's go to the next chart here. Bean oil, okay. As a matter of fact, what time was this? 9 o'clock. This is 9 o'clock here. So we broke the first 100, okay. We just opened, and we were down, I don't know what we were down. We were down, I think, 250 off the high. Let's go to the next chart. This is 10-year notes. Okay. Bond guys aren't waiting for to go through all that stuff. But we're hearing a lot about higher interest rates, okay? The trade deficit is $2 trillion. It's got nothing to do with Trump, okay? This is Congress, okay? But in the meantime, media is screaming that interest rates are at a 20-year high. 06, I've heard them say. Whatever it is, 07, 08, whatever. Okay? Here you can see here, we've been down here below here. This is the 10-year note futures, okay? So watch this here. Psychology is very bearish, okay? Not to say that we get under here, you're out, okay? And then possibly you make a run down here and then you get back over, I think those levels, or you get back over these lows. Okay, so that's 10-year note charts. You know, and if you look at the TLT chart, that's where they're getting it from. And it's that they're quoting an ETF saying interest rates are as high. It's the craziest thing. It's the only thing I could find. Top left here, we got the bean. This is crude oil here. I do not know where it went off here. Silver went off about the same. So, you know, this would be in our corn. Okay, here we are, right here. You know, and we closed at right up here, 509-ish or 508 and a half. Okay, another higher. These were targets off of these gold, bottom right. These are small olives. You can see it right there that sold off. You blow through it, and then here over the powder blues here. That was, you know, that's where we held. Okay. Whoop. Let's go to the next chart. Let's see what we got here. I can't really see it. We're going to go until we see something kind of duplicates here. Oh, this was silver. This is a 12-minute chart here, okay? Just to give you an idea how they play my levels here, you know. And this is in the overnight. This is at about midnight, 2 a.m., okay? And then you run up here. If you sold this, okay, it did give you a chance to scratch. If you sold it the first time up here or right here, you can see how that plays, okay? You know, it's a trader's eye. I put these charts out. CQG charts cost about $1,200 a month. Okay, if you would like some professional charts, or you could use your free charts. Well, why do you say that free charts? Because how do you know where they get that data? This is crude oil again here, a little bit longer term. That's a daily here. This is, what is this? This is SEP silver. Okay, this is a daily here. See this trend line right here? See this teal trend line here? That is a trend line here. And, that worked again here. I mean, so that was silver here. Let's go look at another one. Just give you some perspective. This is corn. Okay, if there's any corn traders out there, this is July 27, East 27. Okay, so July 27 is the stuff they're getting ready to harvest right now. Put it in the bin, and if you got any left at the end of July, August, this is the end of the crop year here. We also had a farm tour. Oy vey! That's Bernanke. Oh, this is an old pit picture here. This guy was a famous guy. He actually, kind of, as a trader, Tom Baldwin, actually bought the rookery. I think it was $25 million, and which is right across the street from the Board of Trade. And so that's what it was like here. So that must mean we've gone to another day here. What do we got here? This is, that's a picture of the NASDAQ. As a matter of fact, this 209 here, 220 was the low the first time. I don't know where NASDAQ closed here, but here you could see here we gap over it, and these would be possibly, well, I'll tell you this. This is what the algos use, okay? And then here, all of a sudden, you're testing this trend line here, and then you come down here. So this was, when was this? This was Thursday, okay? So we covered just yesterday's charts out to clients, okay? That is a steal. You can get my VIP package. Email me, get a hold of me. If you're that size player or something like that, one of my pit buddies is a Fed funds trader. We go deep in knowledge of the futures markets. The exchange of ideas. They had to come for that first. Email me, arp@nasdaq.com. Thanks for watching. Always use a risk stop to stop the risk.